You know, Kevin, as you said that, I didn't realize we had another TVP here. I didn't see it was Classic.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Pretty, I mean, is this too much cleanliness? That's not a word, cleanliness. Oh, goodness.
Cleanliness.
Oh, goodness. Don't hate me.
No, I'm just going to keep a running total of your quotes from over the course of the year. I owned many whips as a child. Kibbles, 2013. Down here at the bottom left-hand corner of Atlanta Spaceship, we have our blue Protoss player from Team Prime. It's Classic, trying to do what his teammate Creator could not. Take off game from this guy here at the 12 o'clock position. It's our Red Terran player from Evil Geniuses. It's Puma.
Puma just playing really, really well so far today. Classic, you know, this is a tough call from Prime. Creator, you know, just got taken out by Puma here, and now they've decided to bring out Classic. The map is Atlanta Spaceship. It is a really, really large map, of course, the biggest two-player map we actually... Ooh, now Abyssal City's in the map pool. Which one? How do you classify a map as larger? I mean, sometimes is it the distance of the bases? It may be a larger map, but the bases could be closer.
This one, I believe, is larger in most measurable categories in terms of like distance from natural to natural, distance from base to base, amount of bases that are available because you have the extra one down to the bottom right-hand corner. I believe this is still the, actually by a decent margin, I think this is still the largest two-player map pool. And don't forget, that was another concern that was actually raised, and thank you guys for addressing it. Yes, we are planning additions and changes to our map pool. It's something, though, when we operate a season for about 4 months, it's not as feasible to switch something directly in the middle when some games are being played at different times than others. Yeah. We always want to make sure that it's going to be fair. Another thing that was raised and I'd like to address, obviously yesterday was a very sad day for me. TSL has always been one of my favorite teams, and they disbanded, and I want to cry. Parting has left Startail. TSL is disbanded. So there's obviously some great players that could be picked up right now, but if people are wondering what we're going to do for them, we are certainly going to give their players the opportunity. We did this similar to Slayers as well when they disbanded. You can still play the games out for the rest of the season if you want, just you don't have to have no-shows. Some teams accept, some teams decline. It's certainly up to them. But of course, at the end of the season, they will not be participating. So,
yep. But about the Startail news, it's actually, in some ways, I feel for Parting, it may be a little refreshing because he is going to be able to like start over. You know, he's had this incredible showing lately with these very defined playstyles, and I don't know. I'm excited to like see how he changes as he's shifting his roles now, of course, within the StarCraft scene. So you know, I'm always kind of the bright side, cup half full kind of guy. And I gotta say that I think, you know, of course, with the switching of teams, we see players change a little bit in their playstyles, and I'm really, I mean, Parting, man, like. He's just got so much soul. Oh, yeah. I don't know what's going to happen. This probe right now doing a little bit of harass. That was cute. Puma did have to pull away that CV.
This probe has totally paid for itself over and over and over again. I think
That's
the only
what probes
thing
are supposed to do, Kevin.
I think the only thing it hasn't, but I walked right into that one. The only thing it hasn't seen is this ghost, or I'm sorry, is this refinery. God, I hope it hasn't seen a Ghost Academy yet. It hasn't seen the refinery, so it hasn't picked up on gas, but it actually snuck in. It picked up on the timing of the command center first. That allowed Classic to be able to pull off of gas, delay his cybernetic score, and get a Nexus up super quick, so we could start those afterwards. And then it redoubled, walked back in just to make sure that there wasn't a quick third, saw the bunker going up, knew that there was something fishy afoot. So this probe has been actually a quite successful scouting probe.
Yeah, it really, and it's still got a moderate amount of health left, so you can head back on in there in a second if you want. So I don't see any Marines being made right now, which is actually interesting, as Puma, well, is he actually making the reactor? He is. So he's going to be going for the reactor Hellion opening. See if he goes for the starport follow-up. Hellion drops on this map. I'm a big fan of the play in general, but there's not a lot of space in the main between your refineries and where the medevacs can actually land.
Well, and Classic is actually going after a very, very fast Twilight Council. And it looks like we're going to have DT play out of him as he's saving up to that 250 gas.
Can we actually, I want to check, because I'm not sure about this. Look at the pocket on the main right above here, like, yep, okay. So there is that small area. Yeah, I want to say, and that's like such an awkward area. You would like never put a pylon there.
Yeah, I mean, you do see players every once in a while try and scout that location. But you're right. I mean, especially if he's hiding tech, he's obviously not going to hide it up there towards the front where it could be spotted by drops. He's going to hide it down here in the bottom left-hand corner. So that would be an awkward spot to put things.
Oh, but the Zeln. Oh man, if Classic if Classic takes, like, if he scouts this because of that Zelnaga tower that he's holding right now, because that's not the one you would expect your opponents to be holding. Hellion's coming in right now. Are going to get by the initial Stalkers, get into the main here. Probes lining up.
Probes, what are you doing? That's that could be a few dead workers. It
Go
looks
home.
like 2 have already fallen. No more are actually going to die. Actually, surprisingly getting away with quite a bit of health, and this Hellion is eventually going to be chased down, but not before it's actually done a little bit more damage. Ends up killing an additional probe, and the others get very, very low, while the second group of Hellions start to cycle around.
That probe was getting surrounded. I really want to see it play pacifism on Geometry Wars. Stalker's going to take out these Hellions, guys. Oh, does get in 2. Okay, so nice. It is getting in some damage, at least, with this Hellion. A total of 7 workers killed for 4 Hellions. Not necessarily an equitable trade, but it gets an 8th one out in the middle of the map as well.
Man, all right.
And is that an SCV scouting the 3rd base as these DTs are warped in?
Yes,
Okay.
yes it is.
We've seen it.
So there's an SCV down there, but is there an engineering bay? There is not. And there's not a Raven. There could be a Raven coming up very soon. How much energy is left on this orbital command? Nothing and nothing. These DTs are going to do a lot of damage.
Yeah. And we will point out with those Hellions running around, Puma, I mean, if we take a look at any of his units, did not see the Twilight Council or the Dark Shrine by the skin of his teeth.
No, this is going to be a very harassment-oriented game. These players are actually setting themselves back very far right now. Both players are, because these DTs are doing a massive amount of damage. Banshee actually swings in, picks off 3 more workers in addition.
Cloak is about to finish. The Robo just starting up, but it's a long way away.
Yeah, but look at that. 27 workers killed so far by these DTs.
Too bad there's no islands on this map. Scan goes down.
Yep, gets out
Dark
of the
Templar actually gets away.
Yep, and there's only 1 scan left.
That was like terrible. He really needed to surround that with SCVs. Unfortunately, didn't manage to do it.
Puma's taking a massive amount of damage.
He completely can shoot his own units here and take that out, but he's actually going to blow the scan forward. That's a little surprising because that DT was damaged already.
Yep, and as soon as that scan goes away, the second DT can actually just jump right back in
Now, how's
there.
that Banshee doing? Because he did manage to finish Cloak. If we take a look at the main base, he's getting a little bit of damage done, transferring the probes,
that one has 13 kills. So already we've had 57 workers killed in this game.
Kevin, there's only 1 pylon powering that robotics facility, and it doesn't look like Puma's going to decide to take advantage of that, though. Instead, he's just ravaging the mineral lines at the natural and the main.
This is going to be one of those games that takes a year and a half, and it's not because it goes to 12 bases or anything like that.
That Banshee shot when it was dead. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. It's just going to be because there's so many workers that have been killed in this game. We're at 15 SEVs to 34 probes. I just want to point out, even though both players are on 3 command structures and they can reproduce their economy very quickly, this does favor Classic a little bit because he has the better saturation at the moment. He just needs to be able to defend this, and that's a lot of Hellions that are making their way out.
Yeah, he's almost double the worker count. And so now, although we've moved back to few time zones here, Classic is sitting in a really, really good spot.
Oh, but look at this. Just as all the units were moving out across the map, these Hellions are going to move in and do a lot of damage.
3 probes, 4, 5 are about to go down, maybe more, 6, 7, 8, 9 probes falling, and that's going to clean up quite a count of workers for Classic. But he is counterattacking right now with these Stalkers. They are about to go in. We'll see if he can get some damage in.
81 workers killed so far.
Oh,
That's ridiculous.
These bunkers are actually so important, and they are going to fall without any contest whatsoever. Oh, wait. No, it goes down.
Yeah, it dies.
That's actually, this could be game ending because Puma doesn't really have much of an answer to deal with this.
No, he doesn't. And as soon as that Raven falls too, this Dark Templar is actually going to be able to run through unimpeded.
Yep.
There's GG. We tie things up. What a we just had this awesome, very clean, very evenly matched long PvT between Creator and Puma, and then we had that. It's a little weird.
Yeah, it was. It was definitely a very interesting game, you know, with especially when it turned into Cloak versus Cloak, with neither player having any form of detection.
Hey, are you tired of PvT yet?
I mean, look. Here's my feeling about Seasons. Because, you know, we were talking about that earlier. If Seasons, I think this is actually a Lewis Black joke that I'm completely stealing right now. Big Lewis Black fan.
Okay, at least you're admitting it.
But, like, if Seasons were, like 2 weeks long, it would be awesome, man.
Yeah.
But Seasons are, like, really long, and that makes them suck.
Well, that's, like we said, it's going to be another Terran player coming in for Evil Geniuses. It's the Spoon Terran. It's going to be Thorzane. Guys, we're going to run to a commercial break, and when we get back, it's going to be game number 5. We do want to go ahead and throw it over to our SE2 Daily News segment, though, so enjoy your recap of what's happened in StarCraft 2 over the past day, and we'll be right back after this.
Hello, folks. This is Andrew Dunn with your IPL StarCraft 2 Daily News for January 3rd, 2013. EG squared up against FXO last night in the IPTL, defeating the Korean team with a narrow 5-4 victory. Both EG Revival and FXO Tier did have a 3-kill in the match, but Revival was able to take home the set. Two major pieces of team news today, guys. TSL has disbanded, leaving Hyun and Symbol and the rest of their roster teamless. The recent departure of Polt and Revival left the team on shaky footing. Good luck to all former TSL players. Maybe we'll see you in Fight Club. StarTale lost their ace player, Parting. The Protoss Soul Train is now on the open market. StarTale still has an incredibly powerful lineup with Bomber and Squirtle to share the ace position. We wish Parting all the best in finding a new team. Blizzard reset the ladder today, opening the 2013 Season 1 to all players. Congratulations to those players who start the new year in a new and better league. GSL did confirm yesterday that EG Stefano will be participating in the upcoming Code S. The GSL will return with the up and down matches for 2013 Season 1 starting on Sunday. Make sure to check out our matches tonight as EG faces their last contestant in the group stage. Can they defeat Prime and knock them out of the running for the playoffs entirely? Tune into all of our content over at IGN.com/IPL. Guys, I'm Andrew, and we're out.